All right, pleasant day across the Willamette Valley and up into the Cascades. But if you're out on the coast, man, it is a lot different from what we had yesterday. Here's a live look across areas of Eugene where it's clear, it's sunny. If you want to head out this evening, perfect time to dine outside or maybe take that walk, because we are expecting some rainy conditions to settle in for this weekend, including you folks down toward Roseburg right now, where you can see a gorgeous afternoon, maybe to head downtown Roseburg. All right, here's a look at what we are going to be looking at this weekend, right? Wet wind chills, that is going to be the trend for both Saturday and Sunday. First half of Saturday is going to be mostly dry, but you're going to notice the slow progression of these showers, which will eventually lead to the steadier rain that we are expecting on Sunday. Good potential of about 1 to 2 inches of rain, and eventually snow levels do start to drop, but it's not going to be until Sunday evening. But even then, we still are expecting some pretty good snowfall amounts. All right, taking a look at satellite right now, we have a little bit of fog out towards the Columbia River Plateau, but clear skies across the Willamette Valley, and you can see the surge of cloud cover that's been kind of hugging Coast Highway 101 today. That is actually pushing in from this low pressure system that's spinning out in the North Pacific, and you can see the trail of cloud cover all the way down towards Hawaii, and that is going to be surging north for this weekend, bringing us a weak front on Saturday, and then the more substantial rain is going to be coming on Sunday morning from this very weak atmospheric river. All right, here's flash forwarding through about 8 o'clock tomorrow morning. Rain starts to pick up for the Oregon coast, very light in nature. By the time we get into the early afternoon hours, it'll start towards Corvallis by around 1 o'clock and then starting to make its way toward Eugene by 3 and 4. But notice already starting to see some heavier rounds of rain down towards Bandon. Into Sunday, you can see this is when it really starts to pick up, especially down toward Douglas County and Coos County. That's eventually going to be drifting north. This is 8 o'clock on Sunday morning. Flash forward into the afternoon, the rain does finally end, but we still keep those scattered showers just in time for the Super Bowl. And if you are driving over the pass, plenty of snow for this weekend. Rainfall totals 2 to 3 inches locally for the Willamette Valley, 1 to 2 as you head south toward Medford, about 3 inches in these pockets of yellow, including areas of Blue River. Here's a look at the snow totals, though, a little bit more impressive. Notice the Willamette Pass up to up to 10 inches now. If you remember this time yesterday, we're expecting about 5 inches. So it is trending a little bit up with these snow totals, and that is going to be lasting into Monday morning. But again, the big pink shade of color right there is the Three Sisters, where we are expecting over 18 inches of snow. But all right, here's the Central Coast. You can see the change for this weekend. 56 degrees on Saturday, a couple of dry days by Tuesday, Wednesday, and then we're tracking another similar system heading into next Friday. Across the Cascades, snow levels drop the second half of the day on Sunday. So if you're driving over the pass Sunday morning, you're fine. Sunday night, a different story, and we are expecting the snow continue into Monday. Across the Roseburg area, sitting at 55 tomorrow afternoon. You guys have a chance of seeing a few sun breaks in the morning, but Sunday's going to be a washout, and you can see a couple of dry days heading into next week. For the Willamette Valley, sitting at 56 on Saturday. Rain continues into Sunday. A couple of dry days on Tuesday and Wednesday, and our next storm set to move in toward Friday.